Hello and welcome back to this blind let's play of Trails in the Sky, second chapter, with me, Estelle jrpg. That's Trails, not Trials. In the last episode, we finished A Maiden's Resolve, the prologue, and we saw that Joshua had travelled with the Sky Bandits back to his village in the Erebonian Empire. Hamel, I think it was what it was called. But without any further ado, let's carry on and start chapter 1 of the second chapter. As we're in the sealed area again. With Graham. Kevin Graham? Kevin Graham. Is that his name? Yeah, Father Kevin. Adios, that was one heck of a trip. If it's much further, then I think my legs are gonna pop off. Well, you can relax now. This is the lowest floor of the sealed area. Wait, really? Thank thank the goddess. If you told me we were only about halfway down, I'll be floating off to meet her right about now. Really, Father Kevin, you're a little too humble. I can tell you're extremely well trained for a priest. If you were in no doubt, I doubt you could do the job you do. Kazing, you're reading me like a book, a children's book at that. Well, it's no big if you figured out we're close to the Van Elise family anyway. Speaking of my job, the thing the Mayor Ron had, the Cronus Rod. In accordance with our pact, it's being kept safely secured using prescribed methods. We can hand it off to you whenever you wish. Perfect, thanks. So anyway, this thing we discussed earlier, mind showing it to me? It's down here, right? Yes, follow me. A new character emerges. Are we going to play with him and not with Estelle? Well now, would you look at this? I can't even imagine a church will have difficulty deciding what to do with this, yes. This sort of artifact isn't so big as it is gargantuan. You mind if I take a closer look? As you like, the Queen has given her permission. Please, if you understand any of this, share your thoughts. It's the thing we beat last time. So this is the Ring Guardian that was in the report, So it's kind of similar to the Arcasium excavating Calvert, but I wish I could have seen it moving. And this thing's an artifact from last year's ancient Zimorial. From the last years of the ancient Zimorian civilization, which makes it at least 1,200 years old. It's clearly the core of the structure, but there's no clear indication as to what it actually does. Analysis of the artifact seems to be impossible without modern tools. They work on the same principle and energy as an augment, but their internal structure is entirely different from an augment's. That's what Professor Otto told us, at least. The church refers to these as gifts from the goddess, given too early. And over here is... So, after the black ornament called the gospel was used, words. All the giant pillars were in here were set to the floor? Yes, all the pillars were set to the floor like this one. Even 2 months later, we're not even sure what it means, if anything. Okay, so a seal on the aerial, a gospel was used. And then the device here spoke of device towers and a second barrier. I think I'm starting to see what kind of system is at work here. A system? What system? There's nothing else here. Well, call it gut instinct at this point, but I think this was some sort of gate. Gate? Bingo. Call it gate on the trail that leads to the goddess's treasure. And the thing that it opens is is a black key called a gospel. If you think about it like the Ariel was being AWOL, it makes a lot more sense. But what's this trail of yours then? Is this the lowest floor? According to the professor, the ruins extend no further. I think of it a little less literally. It's not a trail you would eyes or normally walk. It could be the septum veins run through the earth, or maybe some kind of route that we can't even imagine. But we'll be able to find a clue that leads to the Ariel. Sneaking shadows. Okay. Music's great as always. It's not changed. Here we go. Let's see how many mistakes you guys call me out for this time. That's good. I love it. Please. Call me out. But I record ahead because of work schedules. It's not my full-time job in it, so I'll do my best to incorporate them in, probably about 15 episodes later, but there you go. as we see people coming off the ship, and there we have Annalise and Estelle Bright.
Phew. Being on the airship for over half a day is kind of tiring, huh? I know I can stretch our legs, though. Let's report the completion of our training and duty readiness. Estelle, hello? Oh yeah, you're right, we should go to say hi to Ellen. Hey, are you? You got a case of the nerves, don't you? Yeah, I do. I don't know why either. I didn't feel this way at all before I went to training, but now, somehow thinking that I'm really going to be a full brace now is making me really, really antsy. I get it. You're trembling with excitement, I bet. Excitement? You've grown way stronger in this path, Master Estelle. Not just like in whacking stuff with the stick department. You're more knowledgeable, careful, and better with judgments. Now you're about to start hunting down the mystery creepos who want to doom us all or whatever, and you're gonna bring Joshua back. I bet you're only just now sinking in for you. Well, when you put it that way, that is how I'm feeling. I'm such a dimwit. I'm like a mountain climber who didn't even bother looking how big the mountain before her is. Having second thoughts about climbing it? No way, if anything. I'm even more fired up now than I used to be. No matter how big the mountain is, you can only climb it one step at a time anyway. Even if you have to crawl, you reach the top no matter what.
Go watch Free Solo, guys. It's amazing. Just so you know, I do some rock climbing, but obviously it's been hard to do that in the pandemic, going to climbing centers. But I went for the first time on Monday, and now my arms ache. Anyway,
that's more like it. Anyway, are you gonna head over to the guild? Let's go.
I see. Both of you have done well. Well then, here's your reward based on your performance during training.
We get paid for training? I'm not gonna complain, but are you sure?
Naturally, it's part of your job after all. It wouldn't be a problem so long as your new skills are put to use for the guild.
Alright, I'll do my best.
Receive payment. Okay, we got plus 12, so it's not the worst, but I'm guessing it's not. Current racer rank is Bracer G class. It seems like you two had a quite fulfilling training period. You carry yourselves differently.
It was, I learned a lot. If I ever get a chance, I'd love to do it again.
I'm glad to hear it. Speaking of which, Kurt and the others remain in the training grounds, correct?
Connor and Grant are doing some expert level stuff, I think. They said they won't be back for a while. I think I get what Ellen is poking at, though. The guild's down 3 full bracers now. We're gonna be really busy. And on top of that, Cassie is still devoting all his time to the military, right? Oh yeah, I remember right. He's currently working out at Leiston Fortress. Cassius Brigadier General Bright has been welcomed back into the army and is now head of military control. He's essentially head of Her Majesty's Royal Army at this point. What? He's the head of the army? I thought General Morgan had that position. As I understand it was the original idea, but Morgan himself proposed giving Cassius full reign. It seems entrusting the future of the army to your father, Estelle. The future? Entrusted to Dad? Well, we're doomed then. Well, I see Cassius being given that much responsibility, you know. It's gonna mean we're down an S-rank hero, though. I think it's safe to say we'll have plenty of opportunity from her support from her military from now on, however. At least the same thing. We have new threats to concern ourselves with. Huh? Right, you mean the society? Did they start to do stuff while we were away? No, they've done nothing obvious, but this is admittedly how they work. Well, what happened is several strange occurrences over the past month. One example would be the changes in the wild beasts and monsters in the various regions. The monsters have changed? You mean defining change, Ellen? I hope it isn't what I think it is. To start with, here, therefore, undocumented types of monsters showing up across the country. Even existing monsters have become far more vicious and powerful. Travel has become significantly more dangerous. Of course it has. No one's been able to put forward an explanation as to why this is happening. So, every beast out there is nastier just because, oh man, it's definitely the society's doing. They're trying to turn us all into monster kibble. Calm yourself, Annalise. We don't know enough evidence to be certain of anything. We do know one thing, though. The things definitely began happening after the Queen's birthday celebrations. Though we never certain, the first reports came in practically the day after. Ah, crap. Don't look so glum. We've actually been formulating a response of sorts. Very much like the two of you to be part of it. A response? Oh, you two are here already. I wanted to meet you at the port. Shira. And Agare too. This is a surprise. Welcome back, you two. It's good to see you. You two got back sooner than I thought. I'm really happy to see you too, Shira. And Agare, hi. It's been a while, huh? Yeah, I think last time we saw each other was during the Queen's birthday shindig. The old man told me about Joshua, you know. I heard you were pretty broken up over it. But you look like you're back on your feet already, yeah? Yeah, mostly. More to the point, though, why are you two together? Good question. Should I get a camera? This is like seeing a king penguin. Oh, it really isn't that rare, you two.
Gotta admit, we don't work together that often, Scheherazade.
Actually, Scheherazade and Garza are here to begin a special mission. I asked them to come here today for a specific reason. A mission? Indeed, they will be tasked with investigating the Society of Ourbours. What? Wait, we're chasing down agents and stuff? Isn't that dangerous? I wish it was that exciting. Investigating might be a little too specific there. We're barely even certain the society exists at this point, you realize, despite what Cassius says.
We're gonna be wandering all across Liberal, keeping an eye out on anything resembling a society bent on world domination. It's probably not gonna be the most exciting job ever, is the point.
Oh, I get it. I guess scoping around in the dark is the best we can do right now, huh? So I'm guessing you want us to tag along? Yes, I'd like to assign you two to assist Scheherazade and Agate. The plan is to have Scheherazade and Agate investigate different areas separately. I would like for them to have a partner, though, just in case the society really is as dangerous as we think it is. Okay, so one of us helps Scheherazade, and the other helps Agate? Exactly. Are you willing to assist? You bet we are. I was gonna looking for a society on my own anyway, so this is perfect. I want to help too. There's no way I can sit around when there's suspicious stuff going on. Thank you. I'm glad we'll have the help. Well, the one remaining hurdle would be team formation. I'll be fine with either of you, really.
We all know each other, basically. You two figure out how it'll work out best.
Of course we can push the decision onto us. What do you think, Annalise? How should we do this? Well, this might be irresponsible of me, but I think it's best if you decide, Estelle. What? You've only been a full bracer for a while now, right? You probably haven't found your style as a bracer yet, so while using this kind of chance to see what kind of bracer you want to be. Annalise. Well, look at you, Annalise. When did you learn to talk like a professional? Leave it to thee.
Either way, the girl's got a point. She and I are the same rank, but the way we fight are different. I barely use arts, except for support once in a while. Focus more on cutting things down with my sword.
I emphasize speed, range, and whips of all arts. You can't really go wrong with either of us, I think. Keep in mind that being a bracer involves much more than just fighting, though. Think hard and choose the partner you best matches you best. Well then I'll...
Oh god. This is a tough decision. He was in my main party last time, so I'll go with Agate. Alright then. And I think he's a better fix to mix the Joshua side. Just keep in mind you're a full brace from now, and I ain't going easy on you. Hope you're ready.
Yeah, I know. I kind of thought you might say something macho like that.
What?
Come on, starting off with an argument is probably the best way to begin this trip. Anyway, that will make Annalise and me the other team. Looking forward to seeing how your training turn out. Heck yeah. It feels like forever since we worked together, Shira.
So, with all this out the way, first step is figuring out how to wander the country looking for shadows.
Any thoughts, Ellen? Possibly. I would suggest beginning by going to help the regions with the busiest branches. In fact, I received pleas to aid from Ron and Brother branches today. Rather desperate sounding ones at that. That sounds just lovely. I suppose I have been away from Roland for too long. I best go help Aina. I think that's for the best. It's been a while since I've seen Aina. This will be fun.
We'll head to Ron then. You cool with that, right, Estelle?
Of course. Man, I wonder how everyone in Ron is doing. I'll contact the branches ahead of your arrival. Be careful, everyone. Okay, we'll get a bit of an early start then, Estelle. We've just gone back, so you shouldn't spend more... I'm sorry couldn't spend more time together. Me too. It sounds like Aina and Roletta really need some help too, though. Be sure you say hi to everyone for me.
You got it.
I'm Estelle. I'm sure you're fine, but don't fret yourself with loose ends, alright? Shira? My tarot tells me that the bond between you and Shira has not been severed yet. So don't worry, believe in your connection to him. Follow it and your trial will be clear. I know it. Yeah. Thanks, Shira. I feel a lot braver now. Come on now, don't make that face. You're a full bracer, remember? Be proud of yourself. Right, I am. Hee. So, Estelle, I guess it's probably goodbye for now. Annalise, thanks for going with me on my training. Shira asked you to come along with me, right? I've been fatter like a pie thief in the night. Shira said having someone who didn't know Joshua too well would help sort your feelings. So, yeah, she asked me. I thought so.
What? Don't tell her everything!
Hey, what's wrong with being upfront at this point, right? But the truth is, it wasn't just that. I did want to train myself too. I think I really learned a lot by training with you, Estelle. I've got to say it. So, thank you. Annalise. And, I know you might think it's weird for saying this, but, I think we're already friends, but, well, I like it if you, me, and Estelle, we became something more.
Best friends.
What? What are you saying? Are you saying what I think you're saying? No, don't try to stop me, Shara. I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious about this. Serious, oh my.
Really? Right here in public? You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Well, I know a couple of years older than you, Estelle, but I've totally spent about the same amount of time in the guild. And you know what? Age doesn't matter when it comes to something like this. So what do you think? Well, I mean, I'm really happy. I think my heart is racing out of my chest, but this is kind of a surprise to say the least. Besides, there's Joshua. There's kind of the issues on a couple fronts, or more than a couple, or rather, I don't What does Joshua have to do with this? What problems would there be on a couple of fronts if we became rivals? Rivals? Yeah, about the same age, about equal skill level. Thought it might try and help us reach even higher, but you don't actually like the idea, do you? That's what you meant, okay. As predictable as always, I see. Not quite the punchline I was expecting. Punchline? Well, if that's what you meant. Alright then. I, Estelle Bright, hereby recognize you as my rival, and Annalise Alfred, consider this gauntlet thrown in your face even. Sweet. Alright, step 1. Race to see which of us can reach God Shearer's level first. Bring it, Sword Brain. I'll leave you eating my brace of point dust. Oh boy. I do believe we've in some amount of peril, my good Mr. Krosner.
Oh, seriously. Nothing scarier than a couple of kids charging straight ahead.
It's the final boarding call for Cecilia, bound for Roulette. All passengers embark. I'm afraid that's us.
I feel like hopefully I've made the right choice.
Well then, you two, stay safe. We'll contact you through the guild. Should you find anything, keep in touch with us as well.
Will do.
See you soon, Ellie. Shira, stay safe. Good luck, Estelle.
I would have preferred to have Annalise for something different. I would have had that choice if that was the choice, but we'll go with old Agate. If stuff's being passed over, I already know how to use him, and he's just good.
Okay then, should we check in and wait for the next round-bound fight?
Yeah, ship bump around ought to be here soon enough. Sure you don't want to do some shopping or something? Been a month.
I wouldn't mind hitting the department store, but sure you wouldn't mind, Agate?
Yeah, I'm easy, really. Guys are in charge of these things, but I'm plenty, you see. Girls are the ones who actually bother preparing and whatnot. I say choose what you think is important.
Okay, well, to be honest, I can get what I need in Ron. Let's get our tickets.
Works for me. Tickets should be sold in the lobby of the Airship Company building.
Let's go.
And we're back here. First bit of Charles. What has Agate got on the attack quartz? All quartz fine. Giving him this, and then perhaps giving him this, and giving him a HP. Might not be a bad idea, just to get him somewhat up to level. Then what's he saying on the equipment front? The Claymore, Fiber Vest, Metal Spikes. Let's give him a silver earring as well, because it suits him. But I'm glad to have the wielder of the Furnace back in here. Liberal Ourbours Public Cooperation. Okay, so that's the thing. We should buy some tickets, but that's not what we're going to do. Let's go have a look in town. What, do you want to shop in town after all?
No, I'm good. Let's go waiting over by get our tickets.
Okay, they're stopping us. That's fine. We should talk to everyone. No. I'm not going to read all the dialogue, otherwise I will not have a voice after this. But I want to make sure that I've got everything. The Lind. Zip, my dude. There's a new ship being made, it appears. My dude, Sid. Was it Sid? Maybe I'm mistaken that with Final Fantasy. But the engineer, he's not to be found. And it looks like there's no one really to talk to. So, maybe the best thing is just to get our tickets. The handled ticket nearby, this has changed. The bastards.
Huh? What's... Really? This cannot stand the pompous imperial nobility, and I thought there were limits to how unpleasant a single person could be. Ha! You took the words right out of my mouth. Tell me, why does the Republic even care about engine provision deal? I do not think Liberals' internal politics worth your plaything. It's a matter of a national no, international security, of course. It's been a decade since Ourbours attempted to annex this little country. It's absolutely unacceptable for a half-barbaric nation like yours to lay their hands on such cutting-edge technology. The Republic is a long-standing friend of Liberal. We won't stand and allow something that will threaten its interests. Long-standing friend? Some friends you are didn't send them so much as a soldier in the war. You're pretending to be allies when it suits you, while standing back and doing nothing when it doesn't.
So this must be a representative of the Calvard Republic and one of the Ourbours Empire.
What did you just...
My lord, Krena, may I suggest we leave the matter here? We do not wish to bother the other customers. But Mola, we... Ambassador Cochrane, may I ask that you back down as well? This is a debate that can be handled just as well through embassies.
Very well. I can't say I like the hearing it from an member of the Imperial military. Still far better than hearing it from the pompous and gluttonous member of the nobility, I suppose.
What did you just...
Always my favourite voices today.
Well, gentlemen, if you pardon me.
That insufferable she-wolf. This is why commoners with no history and tradition are...
My lord.
Yes, yes. I shall return to the embassy. I trust I can leave you on the other matters in your hands.
As you wish, my lord. We of course know him.
Hiya.
Oh, Estelle, yes? It's been so long time since martial arts competition, I believe.
Yeah, I'm glad you remember. That was one heck of an argument just now, though. Who are those two, and why were they going at each other like cat and dog?
The man is the ambassador of the Ourbours Empire to Liberal, Lord Devil Krena. The woman's the ambassador from the Calvard Republic, Elsa Cochrane. They head up their respective embassies here in the capital.
Oh, I see.
Awful damn childish for a couple of ambassadors. Can these two really just do their jobs? God, I wish I could disagree, honestly. To say the Empire and the Republic have always been on bad terms would be an understatement at the best of times. On top of that, those two are like oil and water on a personal level. That explodes. Well, no. The fact that they break into argument every single time they meet shows how similar they are in some ways.
I guess I can see that. Though, maybe it's because I walked into the middle of the conversation, but I couldn't understand like half of that. Something about engine provisions and Liberals' internal politics? Sorry, I shouldn't ask.
No, I don't mind. It's not a secret anyway. The engine in question is actually the latest one from your own central factory. Once the design is finalized, sample units are to be provided to your airship companies, to the Empire and Republic both, but we bumped into Ambassador Cochrane when we came to finalize the details of the deal.
Oh, I get it. Why the big argument about an engine then?
A noble engine determines what ship can really do. Since you have to install them, the miniature ships usually don't just hand them out like candy.
Oh, now I get it. It'd be a real mess if the engine left the Imperial Army get all powered up. I mean,
not at all, it's true. Normally sharing the advanced technology with other countries so freely would be unthinkable, but it's part of your Queen's plan. Rather than monopolizing a technological edge, she wishes to provide it to the other countries to promote multinational peace. At least that's her plan, as I understand.
I did get it, but did she mention something like that a while ago, now I think about it? It's pretty incredible the Queen is willing to try something like that. Like, it's not ideal, you know, but it's something that could really change how people negotiate.
Yes, you have reason to be proud of your Queen, I'd say. My apologies, but this conversation has gone longer than I intended. I'm here for your air tickets, yes? I'll pardon myself.
Oh yeah. Say, Mueller, about Olivia. Has he gone back to Ourbours?
What? You've not heard?
I haven't had a chance to see since the Queen's birthday celebrations, actually. I kind of feel bad about that.
Don't worry, the halfwit is continuing to
while away his days here in Ourbours. He said he was going to visit Elmer Springs, if I remember right. Okay then. That sounds like Olivia, alright.
Should you ever bother returning to the embassy like a responsible citizen, and likely as it is, I'll let you know that you were asking for him. I'll make sure that he at least contacts you before he returns to the Empire.
Thanks, Mueller.
Hardly. I should thank you for keeping that lunatic company. Now, if you'll excuse me. That's one hell of a stiff military type for friends with that golden-haired guy. Who is he?
Mueller's the resident military officer for Ourbours Embassy, I think. I've only met him a few times myself.
Well built, and he made sure not to leave himself open at any point in our chat. Well-trained dog in the military, and hiding some sharp fangs to boot.
There you go. He does seem like he's really strong, though.
Shh, don't trust in many Imperials, and that includes Blondie. It seems like he talked to Cassius about something, but But who knows what his plan is, with that staying so long.
I guess that's a good point. Although Olivier may be weird, I can't really think of him as a bad guy. Even Mueller doesn't seem all that malevolent, I guess. Malevolent. Sorry, guys. Jason's coming out the door. Anyway, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Let's get out the counter and get our tickets.
Let's talk to every NPC.
People should be well-mannered, I agree. Now that's all I've eaten. You can buy my ticket. They were fairly high rank. Shop. Buy. Liberal news too. I'm determined, guys. I'm not gonna miss this much. Welcome.
Will you be using our national flights or international flights? 2 tickets for Ron, please. Understood? Oh, pardon me. You were the Brace Guild, yes? Are you still in the Garde? Yes? I've already received payment from Ellen in the capital branch. Here are your tickets. So Ellen did.
Nice Ellen. He's always ahead.
Well then, hand your tickets to the receptionist and immediately and outside the building. You can check in your flight there.
I'm guessing there's going to be more Republic and Imperials in this particular thing. Let's see quickly if I can go buy stuff. Boring. Nah, that's fine. Just wanted to check.
Hello and welcome. Will you be flying with us today? If you are, you need to check your in and present your tickets.
Once we check in, you should stick around and wait for the airship. Sure you got everything you need? But I can't go anywhere. So why is it giving me this option? Let's needlessly talk to every single NPC. Possibly. What the fuck is that? It's a flag. Speak to you. Maybe it was to buy the Liberal news. Screw it. If I'm making a mistake here, I'm sorry, guys. Let's go. Check in.
Very well. Please sign these papers.
Sure. Finish checking in. Thank you, everything is in order. Please wait in the harbor area next to your ship.
Okay.
Right then, let's get up a good bench and wait for the next ship. I have a feeling something's gonna happen. Airline de Lind. The missing Lind, of course.
What a nice day. The tourists are going to be flooding in the streets of Ron if the weather's like this there.
Maybe. They got bigger things in that place than terrorism, though.
Other than terrorism, you mean? What do you mean?
The election for the new mayor. Apparently there's 2 public candidates to place all down more.
Ooh, so it's like an actual fight for an election? Neat. I'm thinking about it. I guess it's about time, huh? They can't just let the mayor's office sit empty.
Yeah, the whole thing's been a bit of a mess since you guys blew that case wide open. I heard you guys did what you guys did from G.
Uh-huh. Yeah, after you left me, Joshua and Chloe worked on that. We had some help from the reporter, too. And the actual arrest was done by Lieutenant Schwartz.
Even better, he's smart enough to see it wasn't all just you. By Chloe, you mean the girl in the uniform, aka Princess Claudia? Man, that blew my freaking mind when I heard that in the castle.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I haven't seen Chloe since his birthday, or Olivier, I guess, for better or worse. It's not just them, Tita and Zin.
I told Tita and her old fogey about what was up with you. Figured they'll worry too much if they were kept in the dark.
Oh, thanks, Agade.
Yeah, well, better send them a letter soon, or meet up in person, or whatever, if they miss you. Oh, Zin went back to Calvert for the festival. He said to give you his best.
I see. I wish I could have said goodbye.
As for the princess, pretty sure she went back to Janice. We'll be in Ron for a while, so I think we can find some time to drop in and say hi at least.
Yeah, you're right.
What? Did I say something funny?
No, not really. I was just thinking, you're a lot more thoughtful than you look, Agade. You even offered to let me do some shopping before we left the capital.
Thoughtful? I mean, I am, but forget it. Whatever, I'm gonna go take a nap and see till we arrive. Don't get absorbed in wandering around that you forget to get off of Ron.
Lady, you really do try too hard sometimes. Anyway, I think I'll take his advice. Time for looking around before we arrive.
Okay.
Don't get too close to the edge. What'll happen if you fall, eh?
That is what I'm like on planes.
Such a pity. Thanks to the cloud, you can't even see the Spurful Tower from here.
I'm a researcher with the History Museum. You know towers, right? I'm here to inspect those marriage celebrations. So there's some weird things happening within the towers. It seems nothing up here. So let's make our way in. Harbour manager and the owner of the local hotel. Who will win? Everyone's happy about the technological revolution. Yes, they're gonna flap their arms really loud. She went the wrong way. You only be able to see the outline of the lake. There's a Agate there. Let's not go speak to him quite yet. We want to secure the product in advance. We've obviously been here in the lane before. This is the cargo room, ain't no place for passengers. Watch that you don't hit your head wandering around. There must be some tasty shit in a cargo room. This game does not like people stealing stuff. I suppose as braces is kind of expected. Not like every RPG where you just go into places and grab what you like, really. Raiding people's houses is always usually pretty good.
Hi, sir. I haven't seen you in a while. Saved you the Bennett, had I right?
Yeah, I thought so. You must forgive me. I never had a chance to... Allow me to offer my thanks for the entire crew.
You're welcome. I really was doing my job, though. Still, it's kind of funny, though. Taking a trip on the same main ship I once helped to rescue.
Repairing those damages thus took time, but the lens is good as new. Sure, doing our best with you on board.
Huh?
Looks like she's heard us talking. With conditions like today, we should arrive in Ron in no time. Please enjoy the rest of your journey. Let me know if you need anything.
I will.
There we go. I was wondering if we were gonna get anything for saving the Lind last time. But it's nice to see that people recognise us. Sometimes you just need to kick back and chill out. And you just managed to find a job. Huh?
Excuse me, are you from the Bracer Guild, miss? I am. Thought so. We could meet again. Do you remember me? I was one of the people you saved. Oh, you're with the captain, right? That's right, I'm Claire. I manage the passenger captain. The entire crew owes you our lives and more. Still, we're here at our post because you managed to save us. You're welcome. Is the entire crew of the Lind back to work? Everyone is working, even harder than before. That's great. Glad everyone's able to get back to their lives. Forgive me for asking Miss Pleasure, but are you traveling for pleasure or work? Fortunately, it's always work. I'll probably ride the airships a lot from now on. Hope you treated me in the end. Apple and Lind again. Absolutely. I hope we get to serve you again.
Give me thanks.
Ovid? Oh, this guy, no way. I must absolutely make this deal happen. I should look over the local foodstuffs again. Good idea. I should return to my roots and do some plain old investigating.
We remember Ovid. He was an interesting fellow of sorts. But is that it? For this kind of thing, it would appear so. So, last thing to do is speak to these guys.
Valeria Lake. Somewhere in the wide open lake, the legendary god of Valeria Water lives. Someone hasn't changed a bit, huh? Oh, I was wondering who it was. Hello, Estelle. Hi, Lloyd. I haven't seen you in forever. Looking to challenge the Lord King Magwafish of Valeria Lake again?
No, I'm off to Ron.
I've heard there's a nice convenient spot right in the city limits. Wow, you're so dedicated. It sounds like fun. I guess I'm not into that fishing. Oh, really?
That's a pity. You've got quite a talent for it. From what I saw at Kingfishering. Ah, let me give you this. Fishing book, progress rod.
This is a
Zora for beginners and a notebook for recording fishing records. Maybe I should actually do that this time. We, the members of the Fishing Guild, are dedicated to the expansion of the culture of fishing. We're always happy to promise rookies with the tools of the trade. Incidentally, are you bad for Ron?
Yeah, I am.
Well then, you have a chance to swing that rod right away. There's all sorts of fishing spots in Ron. It's full of waterside areas. The point of within the city itself. You should go there first to practice. From now on, enjoy it if that's enough.
Thanks, I'll definitely give it a shot.
I pray that you join our ranks someday. Well then, safe journey to you. Okay, so we at least got something for talking. Incredible. Never ceases to amaze me. Airships are pretty rare. I was there, I saved you. I'm not surprised, but I think this is a good place to end the episode. If you've enjoyed this, guys, I'm going to speak to Agate next time. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.